As it gets warmer, it's becoming brunch season, but brunch doesn't have to mean waiting in line for overpriced cocktails and undercooked pancakes. So, it's time to make it at home. And at home, we're keeping it simple. Each of these recipes are 5 to 6 ingredients only. We have biscuits and gravy, Nutella French toast, avocado toast, and steak and eggs. These recipes are straightforward and affordable, costing way less than $20 at any brunch spot. So, let's kick it off. Biscuits and gravy. I made this biscuits and gravy short some time ago, inspired by Jake Kenji Lopez Alt's recipe. And to prove it's only 5 ingredients, you'll need heavy cream, breakfast sausage, flour, baking soda, and salt. Start in a bowl, add 1 cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 3/4 cup of heavy cream, a pinch of salt, and mix. It doesn't take long for it to come together as a dough. When it's more put together, take the dough out of the bowl and roll it into a biscuit loaf. Slice into 3 biscuits and bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. For our gravy, it's simple. In an oiled pan, add your breakfast sausage. Other iterations you can use are Italian sausage or chorizo, but this is a chicken breakfast sausage. Once it's browned, add a tablespoon of flour and add another ½ cup of heavy cream. Season with salt and mix together, and this becomes your white gravy. If you time it right, the gravy should be done when the biscuits come right out of the oven. So, you have a plate of biscuits that are still hot but surprisingly flaky, and a ladle of hot, creamy, savory gravy. And that is your biscuits and gravy. Avocado toast. Avocado toast is a millennial's classic breakfast order. I've never been into avocado toast. I don't even like avocados at all, but let's start with the bread. I'm slicing this in half and toasting it. You can add a fat like olive oil or butter and season with a bit of salt. Take it out when it gets crispy and lightly toasted. Next, the avocado. If your avocado isn't too ripe or not too soft, a quick trip to the microwave will do the trick, albeit it does look a little ugly. Let's move to the eggs. These are Gordon Ramsay's scrambled eggs, starting with cold butter and unscrambled eggs. Over the next 7 to 10 minutes, I'm stirring and slowly heating up the pot to get these super soft, super jammy scrambled eggs. As the eggs come together, add the pinch of salt. If you add it too early, the eggs get gray. Okay, assembly time. Start with our bread, then add the eggs, avocado with a bit of salt, and then to add some depth, bunches of smoked salmon. This feels super fresh, super smoky, and this is one of our healthier options for brunch. And that is the smoked salmon avocado egg toast. Steak and eggs. Steak and eggs is a classic steakhouse breakfast. So let's start with the potato. We're gonna quickly make some hash browns. So I'm peeling, then shredding a whole potato. Set this aside and let's talk steak. There's no reason to use an expensive steak. This is a ribeye that has a decent amount of fat that I'm cutting off, then seasoning with our steak seasoning mix. Now in a cast iron, add some fat like butter or oil and then sear the steak. For a steak this thin, it's 3 minutes on one side and 2 minutes on the other for a nice medium. Take the steak out and while it rests, add the potato to crisp up and fry. As it fries, add an egg sunny side up. And after a few minutes, the egg is cooked. I broke the yolk, made it in over easy. Okay, well the potatoes are done. So let's plate. Start with the potatoes, then the egg, then the steak. Not the prettiest plate, but that is our steak and eggs. Nutella French toast. I've always gotten confused when people order sweet things for breakfast. Like, don't you crave something savory after? Here's an easy dessert, breakfast, French toast. I've sliced brioche bread from the store. Here's the Nutella part, smear it on the bread. In a tray goes some heavy cream, vanilla extract, and an egg. If you have it, cinnamon and brown sugar are good here but not needed. Take the untoasted Nutella sandwiches and dip it into our mix. A good tip is leave it in for a minute, then flip. And when the toast is all covered in our batter, add it to our pan. Once it's golden brown on both sides, take it out and slice it in half. The Nutella should be gooey, but not leak out of the toast. I have some bananas that will go well as a topping, which are optional, so I plate with the Nutella toast and these bananas. This doesn't need maple syrup, and this is the Nutella French toast with bananas. As I make this mimosa, those are all the 5 ingredient brunch recipes. Everything is pretty solid, but my preference is biscuits and gravy first, then steak and eggs, French toast, and the smoked salmon avo egg toast. If you're looking for something simple to make for a brunch, this is it. 5 ingredients, and you got one great brunch. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Support the channel by leaving a like and subscribing, and enjoy these meals with the Bellini.